Good afternoon. It is Monday. A little bit wet out there here in Maine. It is 3:54. We're going to do part one, and part one's actually going to be a little bit multitasking because we're doing a little breakdown. Last weekend in my hometown of Doe Foxcroft, we actually had, or they had, uh, a whoopie pie situation going on. They have that event generally every year. So I decided that it might be time to take JT's favorite cake, which was the blueberry lemon zest cheesecake cake, and possibly use those for the caps on the whoopie pies. Now, my thoughts have been I had a couple, but what I'm going to try, and that won't be today, that'll be a follow-up, that today we'll be making the caps, but those caps are going to be on a banana walnut is what I'm looking at, is a banana walnut, blueberry, lemon zest, cheesecake cake caps, and the caps will be done in a French vanilla base. So first thing that I have to do so that I can utilize my measuring cup is we'll make up, and actually to get the water content for the cake is we'll make up the cheesecake filling, which I've got just about 3/4 of my blueberries that I processed last year, along with the lemon zest already in it. And those will be going into the cheesecake filling that I got actually, I want to do this in this fashion because I need a cup and a half of milk that will actually free up some of my counter space. So here's 1 cup. Let's see if I have this. So here I'm not going to be guessing on that, and I'm actually going to do 2 different sizes for the caps. I'll put them both in at the same time. I'm gonna have to try and remember the time. I'm thinking it's right about 10 minutes for those. Okay, so there's that in there. And milk back to the fridge. Use my mess. Now on this, supposedly it's 30 seconds on the low and 3 minutes on the high. So it's Almost there. So we're, okay, if you're wondering why the thing on the wrist, a little over 3 weeks, I apparently dislocated my wrist. So, all right. Okay, that should about do that, do that. Now, I will be taking a cup of this for my water content. So, eight. I really didn't have a need to rinse these off because these would actually just be going into take better shape than sorry. So, all right, this will come over here. This will actually leave me some goodies to make some little blueberry lemon cheesecake snack cups. All right, so let's see. Up next for yeah, one cup on here. Yeah, that's setting up pretty good. I'm thinking this is going to turn out pretty good. Just gonna pick up some bananas on when I'm at work tomorrow, and I'll probably try with those. Now, in theory, I should probably let those bananas kind of ripen up a little bit. All right, so there we go on our cup for the moisture content. Traditional 4 eggs or equivalent to 4 eggs. I have actually utilized one of my new little gizmos, my seal meal, and I've actually gotten it so that I can actually pre-mix these and package these eggs up and throw those into the freezer. I do have a package in there, but this one's right here, so is my equivalent to 4 eggs. Now we'll be using a little bit of olive oil here. Let's see, I need 1/3 of a cup. Anybody thinks with vegetable oil? No, we'll use olive oil. For 1/3 of a cup. So then go back. That gets that. that. Actually, I do not like to lose anything on that, so we'll scrape that down. Majority of it. And I actually have already greased the pans, and I actually used olive oil on those. Sometimes I use avocado. Mixed in there. And yes, I have, quote, time on my hands right now because I have since completed my second course in my MBA journey. The first one wasn't as good as I wanted it, and that was managerial accounting. For those of you who've ever played that game, you know where I stood on that. But the second one, I went and I bumped up from B minus to an A minus for my research methods for business and education. Up on coming July 1st, I'll be starting managerial communication. There we go. It's been a while since I've done the cake, so I get to double check, make sure that I've got everything that I want in here right now. Before I start placing those in the cupcake things. Fairly thick. I'm thinking that it is going to take a while to actually use up all of that, even though I have, just water, oil, and my eggs. So that one, away we go. So, we'll try with the little ones right now. I want to go probably with this one. I'm going to need another one to get that out of there. So, back up. Bigger ones probably wouldn't, definitely wouldn't need this much. Just barely going to see if I can seize and the cake thing, memory serves me correctly, they come up quite high. Really don't. I'm trying to at least cover the bottom so that we'll have a little cavity. Bear with me. I didn't put that on mute. You know what that sound was. Even those out before they go in. Going to have to keep these into a container till I get my filling for the whoopie pies made, which will probably be tomorrow sometime. All right, there we go. And throw that one in for 10 minutes. The other one will be shortly behind it. So these, this size. Take a little bit more. May still end up having to cut the bottoms off of these. I know that there's a few of the local residents that will have no problem taking care of those for me. Yeah, one of the little excitements last week when I was going over to pick up my new book for the new course, it was quite warm. I took the Harley, the e-Harley out, and had my shorts on. Since I'd already taken a trip or two with it, I knew that when I got back, I was going to have to do a pit stop and swap one battery out, throw another one in. Well, I got back and went to reach for my keys. My keys were not in my pocket. So now, and ironically, the management, the shows up sometimes once a week, had just left. So it was time to get in touch and have somebody come back by to let me into the apartment. Because I did have my spare set for the bike and getting the batteries out and all of that. But they came back and let me in. And I was in the conundrum where, well, you better find the keys or it's going to be negative cash flow, $50 for the replacement batteries. Or not replacement batteries, no, there's a lot more than that. To the replacement keys. Well, I went back to Husson and let them know in security because the keys were not where I had locked the bike up. 1/2 mile coming back on the side of the road in the pine needles. Had I not had my compass on the key ring, I would not have seen those in the pine needles. But I should have bought a lottery ticket because the chances of actually finding those were very, very slim. All right, I had those in there for 7 minutes, or actually 3 minutes, and I'm thinking that these might need to be in for 12 since they're a little bit bigger. I could put them in and then readjust my time. Actually, right now I'd have to readjust it for 6 minutes. The others have been in 4, but I think I'll let those set for right at the moment. And those have not come up enough, but they are going to be big, and that means that these are going to be fairly good size too. Because right now, those little ones are almost at the top. Almost at the top. So they're going to be, unless I put an excessive amount of filling in there, or even just a thin coat, they're going to be fairly good when you think that you're going to double those up. So they're going to be, those ones will be at least that thick. And those will be the same thickness, but they'll be a little bit bigger. So we'll see you, or I don't know if you want to wait another 5 minutes or not, but we'll cut it here, and I'll do another one as I bring those out and put the other ones in. How about that? Be safe and enjoy. Make sure to share, like, subscribe if you want to get the updates. I know there are a few or few and far between as I'm doing the MBA program right now, but I think you'll understand. Take care.